Coach, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Thank you, as always, for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. And for members of the media on the call, please press *1 at this time to get in the queue to ask questions for Coach Antoine. Coach, this is the number 4 seed. Number 4 seed gets a bye in this year's tournament. Your thoughts on how you got to this point in the year prepping for the conference tournament?
I think the way that I think it's pretty clear, statistically speaking, the way we got here was defense. We were in the top tier, if not 1 or 2, in a lot of the defensive statistical categories for Sun Belt Conference play. And I think, that's really what's propelled us this season, especially, to me, it's a complete turnaround for our program from last year to now with how hard our kids have worked, their commitment to defense, and that's allowed this opportunity, for a first-round bye.
Coach, your first-round opponent is not known yet. You play the winner of the Raging Cajuns and the Warhawks to take place tomorrow afternoon. But your thoughts on playing either of those two opponents in your first game on Thursday?
In some ways, the silver lining is it's a perfect storm, regardless of which team we play. We didn't play very well when we played either one of those teams. So I think the game is fresh on our mind. We just played them. We have a good understanding of, where we had our struggles. And just that heartbreaking loss, at ULM as well when you lose on the 0.5 seconds, almost a buzzer beater, if you will. I think those types of games, they stick in players' heads, as well as an understanding of what we just had a very poor start against Lafayette on the road. I welcome the opportunity to play either team.
Coach, this morning, the all-conference team and individual award winners were announced. Taylor Deere was named to the third-team All-Sun Belt team. Can you give us a clue as to what she's really brought to your team this season?
I think the reason why folks took a look at Taylor and said that she was worthy isn't just the fact that the kid can score. She does a great job creating for others. She led the conference, this year, I think in her assist-to-turnover ratio. Her ability to be able to, is really helped our team out. And so I think there are times where other coaches recognize that and they gave her the nod.
Coach, what's really your plan this year with the first-round bye and heading down to New Orleans? You've been here before for the tournament. What's your experience like when you come down here for the conference tournament?
The experience of going to New Orleans is always fun, I think, period. New Orleans is a great destination in the United States as far as, the rich history and tradition and, of course, the food. I have a staff member who's from the area. I've got family who's in the area as well. Quite a few of our players have families in the area. Being from Texas, a lot of us, I'm sure UTA would say the same thing, and some of these student athletes that have, have Texas ties, Louisiana ties, there's a lot of Louisiana ties I know on that Troy team. It makes it nice because it's still a familiar place. Where you're going to have some friendly faces in the stands, in a very enjoyable lakefront. It's a very nice, facility, arena. There's just a lot of positives, I think. And then, you add in the fact that we get a chance to play basketball and have some postseason opportunities. It's really fun for the student athletes.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We appreciate your time as always.
Thank you. I appreciate it. See you in New Orleans.
Yep.